Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. We've got a big show lined up, a great Friday to look forward to. The weather looks good. I brought to it by Haney Technical Center. We're looking at a high today of only of 86 and a low of 71. Water temperature 83. It looks like the rain is out of here. Less than a 20% chance of rain. You know, we always complain about sometimes it all pretty during the week and then it rains on weekend. Well, it's just the opposite. It's rain all week. It's going to be pretty on weekend. So see, it all balances out. So no need to complain about the weather. It's going to be here and nothing we can do about it. Take a look at our river reads brought to us by Sandhills Seafood up on Highway 77. There'll be some good fresh seafood taken this weekend up there. Now we're looking at the Apalachicola Bluntstown. It's at a 6.4, and it is, you know, it's rising. It's going to be, and of course, then it's dropping down. That's just what they do with the gate. But the Choctaw at Caryville, that's the one that's really shot up now. It's at 13. It's right at 13 foot this morning. So both rivers, it's going to be high this weekend. Won't be a lot of good river fishing, honestly. So you might catch some catfish. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn and Funeral Home and Cemetery. Looking at this morning's tide, high at 846, low at 736. Good strong tide, 1.6 foot range. Marine forecast coming out of south-southeast at about 15 to 20. Let's go into our fishing game times by Blue Water Outriggers. We're looking at only one time today, right after lunch, 12:22 to 2:22. So we're on the phone. We're calling our friends down at Seaquarters Marina. Captain Kim is down there, and they're always so good about staying in tune with us and let us know what's going on down that way because that is a special place. Good morning, Captain Kim.
Good morning, Mr. Chester. Nice to hear from you today. What a gorgeous day it's turning out to be.
Well, I don't guess y'all got blown away down there, did you?
No, it's just enough to keep the bugs away, so we're doing pretty good.
That's a good point. You get plenty of rain?
Yeah, we got just about 5 inches, I think, here in Caryville proper.
Okay. All right. Now, I know right before the storm came in, you sent me some really good pictures of some nice, really big fish brought in by different people. So it was really good.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. It was a great, how you say, maybe opening weekend there, and everybody was catching their limit, having a great time back in before lunchtime. So it turned out to be a great weekend, and I'm looking forward to the same this weekend because the weather looks like it's going to be just perfect.
Yeah, it's ideal. I know that picture of that lady from Ohio. I know she was tickled with that catch.
Oh, yeah. Good deal. Yeah, we're looking forward to coming up the 4th of July weekend. We've got fireworks here in Caryville on Saturday, and we've got our youth tournament coming up July 22nd. Make sure that kids get in here and sign up. It's free for kids 16 and under. So that's always a real popular weekend here at Seaquarters. And we've been, they did a little bit of river fishing before this rain came in a couple days ago, and they're using the Z-Mans, and they're real popular. They're a little artificial shrimp, and just right here before the bridge and just under the bridge. So the redfish we're running. Also, then it's just we'll have to see what happens with this rain. I got a couple guys going out this morning, so we'll have to get a new report.
Okay, that's good. So the redfish were coming up in the creek a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and the LYs are all over, so it's real easy to catch bait too. And like I said, we'll have to see what the report gives us today after the storm and everything is gone, and the weather's going to be beautiful. So I'm looking forward to getting busy again. All
right. Well, that's a great report, and we're getting ready now. That first weekend in August is always a big tournament, and we'll be talking about that a lot in July. But that's right around the corner.
Yes, it is right around the corner. And don't forget to sign up. It's on the website, www.seaquartersmarina.com.
Okay.
And check out the tournaments page.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
You bet, Mr. Chester. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye,
okay,
folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We forgot to do the draw in the last segment. We can't get behind, so let's do the Sandhills Seafood draw. Now, here's what we're going to do. I've been talking to them up there, and the oysters are going to be slow during the summer as always, so we may go to seafood platter, but I'm going to leave it up in, I'm going to let them make the call up there. I talked to Wayne. We were up there the other day eating and before the vacation, and so we may do that. If you can't get oysters, you get a seafood platter, and that is a fine one. So we'll just go with two drawings on it, and the first winner is going to be Sarah Taylor from Parker. either half bag oysters or that seafood platter. And the second winner will be from Ebro, Linda Dean. 2 ladies won that one, okay? Good job. I got a couple of pictures real quick. Let's look at this. This is for everybody because I love to eat cake too, okay? If you eat an entire cake without cutting it, you technically only had one piece, okay? I'm getting ready for our family reunion, okay? Now, next picture. Miss Coleman sent this in, and this is right before the storm, and that was a good catch right there. Fun family, good catch right there. And this is Price Farmer. Price with the guys yesterday, came in from Freeport. Price is an excellent fisherman. Look at that 27-inch redfish right there. Nice fish. Okay. And then also I mentioned our family reunion. I don't know how many of y'all out there are kin to them, but you're always welcome to come to our family reunion. It's going to be our 80th annual Chester family reunion. It'll be in Sycamore at the old Methodist church there. And Sycamore is way up there, about a mile from where the state record buck was killed in 1977. Our family been in that area. But anyway, we're looking forward to it, and we always have a pretty decent crowd. A lot of good food. I talked to my Aunt Rachel. She's making 6 different dishes, and folks, she's 88 years old and making 6 different dishes because it's important to her. I think the older you get, the more important those things become. All right, let's move on. I did want to mention scallop season because actually scallop season is open. If you're looking, okay, in the yellow right there, it opened on June the 16th, folks. It opened up last week while I was on vacation. That's that Steinhatchee area now, area number 2 right there. And I know folks from Deacle Beach, Keaton Beach, you can go to Steinhatchee this weekend and go scalloping. Now, in our area, it's going to be the green area. It's going to open up July 25th, and it'll go all the way to September 10th. And then the blue, which is next to us, and this is where you got to be careful now because our viewing area down in Carabel, there's a good scalloping areas down there. They're going to open for most of us July 1st. So that's going to be some good places to go. And they're going all the way to September 24th. I'm going to hit the tail end of that if I can, a couple places down there. Okay. Also want to add some names on here. Well, I've already drawn names. Let's go ahead and do our drawing. There's several other things to talk about too. I tell you what, we're going to talk about the seasons later. I did want to mention the seasons, the hunting season. Let's go and look at those because I pulled them up. Well, here's still scallops right here. We talked about that area. Okay, but here's the hunting season for 2017, okay? 2017, go ahead and put it on your calendar. We're zone, of course, zone D, regular season. Okay, green now, I'm sorry. Let me go back to green's going to be archery. Look across the top. It'll be archery, crossbow, muzzleloader, and general gun in that order. So green archery is October 21st, and then antlered, and then December the 2nd through 8th, and then regular gun season is November 23rd. That's that Thanksgiving weekend, and December 9th, all the way through February the 18th, and we'll certainly talk more about that later. And turkey season, we'll talk about that later. But anyway, I do have the dates on 2017 hunting season. It's hard to believe, but some of y'all are getting ready to plant and everything early part of summer, and going into fall, you need to have it ready. So let's go and do our drawing now. This is going to be for real-time fisheries. You talk about another good seafood platter over the east side of town, and the winner's going to be, they got some good fresh seafood over there. How about Steve McBroom from Defuniak Springs? We'll get it from all over Parker, Ebro, and Defuniak. All right, let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Want to, on yesterday's show, we were talking about, had guys over from Freeport talking about losing a fishing spot. We just don't want to do that. So we're going to, if anybody, I know some people that work at the Department of Transportation watch this show because I've heard from you before. So if you'd like to come on and tell us sort of maybe what's going on, but we just don't want to lose it if we can. I got an email right here. I want to read you this email. Hey, Winston, I love your show each and every morning. Could you enter me into your drawing? By the way, I took part in the FWC Red Snapper Field Survey about a year or so ago, and I will let you decide if there are ample supplies out in the Gulf. It was a one-day trip out on the Captain Mike with Captain Mike Sullivan, my nephew, as captain. There were 4 guys fishing, and we all had different fishing hooks and weights along with different bait. We stopped for a mandatory lunch period and still managed to catch close to 240 large red snappers. The FWC staff would measure and tag each one, then throw them back in. That really hurt. If not for the flipper, we would have landed many more. Thought you would like to know that there are plenty out there, and if you know where to go, and Captain Mike knows where to go. The FWC staff was so professional and did their job like the pros that they are. Thanks to you for the job you are doing in informing fishermen in this area about the resources available in the Gulf. So thank you, Ed Sullivan. All right, Ed, got your name right here. Going to put you in here. All right. Now, I also want to mention, but anyway, on that 331 situation, we're going to stay on top of that and see what develops on it, because I've looked at it again on Google Earth, and it's just a lot of, there's a lot of room there for folks to go out fishing. So y'all keep me posted on it. I also want to welcome aboard, you've seen a new ad we're running on Circle S Plantation. Jeff Peck, his media, with his media expertise, did a good job putting that ad together, and we appreciate all the professional work that Jeff does. I also want to welcome aboard. It's another family-run business, a small business here in the Florida Panhandle. That's who our sponsors are. We're so proud of them. Now, this is a special place. I was looking at it. I've been out there a couple of times. You saw we did a video, and it's a dad and 2 daughters, and they live up there. The dad lives there, and the 2 daughters live close by. And their expertise, of course, is putting on weddings up there. And I get tickled because the new thing in weddings, they have these barn weddings. A lot of people don't get married in churches anymore. They get married different places, which is fine. But the barn weddings, I've been to some of them. They're really nice, but they're really hot too. And they're hard to get them because there's not enough barns. So I want to recommend this place. Y'all look at the ad, give them a call, and go up there and look at that place and see if you would like to have a wedding up there. It is such a natural setting, folks. It's 900 acres on the Chipola River. I know the state of Florida would love to have that as a state park because it is pristine and it's so well taken care of. But not on the weddings, and it's getting started. It's going to be, I promise you, this is going to take off. You're going to be looking at having a place to have meetings, weekend retreats, a group of your businesses can go up there. You can have, you can do all kinds of different things. Young people, I know a lot of times they want to have a weekend retreat with some groups or something. That's a great place to have a weekend retreat. It's enclosed. You got a big old gate. It's all fenced in. Good, safe place out with nature. There are different groups go up there at different times. They got rooms to meet. They got a big old cabin up there. That cabin is spectacular. It was built by a timber company. Built that place, and you imagine if a timber company owned the land, what kind of timber they're going to put in that lodge. And it is quality work. But most importantly are the people up there. Kimberly, her sister, and her dad, they just they care about doing it right, and they care about the place, and they care about the folks coming in, and it's a special. So I'm so proud to have them coming on Panhandle Outdoors, and y'all see the number on the ad. We're gonna run it every day now for a while, and just give them a call and see if you can fit it in your schedule to go up there and maybe have a group of people, like I said, family reunions, and they can do all kinds of things up there. Okay, so I want to mention that. Now I want to also. I want to show you how to get there from here. Okay, let's look up on Google Earth. I think we can go up there on highway. Okay, leave Panama City, go north, 231, go east on Highway 20. Everybody with me so far? I'm gonna try to keep things in the center of the page. We're on Highway 20 in the center, headed toward Tallahassee, Bluntstown, Tallahassee. All right, you go through Clarksville. There's Clarksville right there. Okay. Now, that place just goes parallel to the Chipola River. I'll go north in Clarksville. Okay, 275, I believe. Go all the way up here, go north, and then you have Chasen, the Chasen family. Okay, and then you see the Chipola River in this area right in here. Willis, and you have the Jackson County line. So it's right up through this area right in here, okay, to the right. And that's going to be how you get there. So just go to Clarksville. It's about a 55-minute drive from my house, right less than an hour. So check that out. All right, now let's get ready to do some more drawings. This is going to be for Tarpon Dock Seafood. It's going to be for a $20 gift certificate or a big red snapper for the second one. All right, the $20 gift certificate is going to be, winner's going to be Michael Bell from Bonifay. All right, we spread around through the Panhandle. And then the other winner, let's stir it up really good, is going to be, this is for the big red snapper, and it's going to be Pam Davidson. I don't know where Pam is from, but I've got her name here, Pam Davidson, all right? And that's going to take care of this segment. We're going to get ready for our famous Friday fishing forecast, so let's take our final break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back to our famous Friday fishing forecast, and looking back on the week, we didn't get a lot of fishing done. Now, right before the storm came, and I want to tell you something about that because I had a feeling that was like Monday morning. It's always really good fishing before these storms come in. Several people caught some really nice redfish the morning before the storm started coming in this area. So keep that in mind. Well, I've always experienced that. I've always felt very strong about the fish and the game sort of get restless, for lack of a better term. And it's really good fishing, freshwater and saltwater, before the storm comes in. But be sure you don't go too far out and get out there and get trapped in the storm. But you can see it developing all with everything. So it's interesting that it was really done well Monday morning. Now, I got an email report from Captain Mitch Coleman. This is an interesting situation. I'm just going to read it off my phone here. Water was clear and warm until, this is Mexico Beach. Water was clear and warm until the rains, and fishing has never been better in our state waters. Okay, you heard that from a captain. Okay, never been better. We caught 4 snappers from 18 to 21 pounds in 60 feet of water. One reef produced a snapper slam, a beeline, a gray snapper, a lane, and a red. Okay, that's those 4. They did that last Thursday. Kings are still thick on buoys and most artificial reefs using troll cigar minnows. Now this is interesting. Mitch wrote a letter to the editor in a local newspaper. I read it Wednesday morning, and he's mentioning here the new rules giving recreational anglers more days in federal waters was at expense of the state charter for hire. Okay, floor days cannot keep red snapper from Monday through Thursday, effective middle of the season, with 72 hours notice. Not fair. So what they did, they grouped the state charter captains in with the recreational captains, and I really feel like that was an oversight. I don't think they really probably meant to do that. They're trying to get it changed, but that's interesting because he can't take people from Monday through Thursday. He can't take people fishing, and they already had trips and all planned. So, and they gave them like a 72-hour notice on that. So that wasn't very much. So that's again interesting, and again when you have people that making decisions that not really with a background in outdoors, you see what happens. I wish all of our political offices had one of the requirements to be a citizen, be 21, and be an outdoorsman. You think we'll get that in? All right, let's go down. Let's go down here to Carabel. Well, one of the areas we're talking about fishing. She's talking about the bridge. See the bridge right here in the middle. And this is and you can fish all through this area. But these redfish start running up in here. And they were doing it before the storm, and they were catching them right and left, and they make a good run, and they don't wait till the fall now. They just, what they're doing, they're chasing a bait, and the bait's running up in here, and they go on up all through this area here, and all the river systems, and little creeks and all, going in kind of bait system, that's going to be good. Let's go down. I want to show Lanark Village because this is a place you can go scalloping. This area right through here is good scalloping area. Okay, there's some boat ramps down there. Just be careful and make sure you got all your flag and everything on there. So scalloping is going to start picking up soon. I'm going to really get into that. Apalachicola Bay is going to be, it's just going to be really muddy, but that's not unusual for Apalachicola River system. So it's going to be good fishing up in the headwaters, but it's going to be, again, all these creeks up in here, there'll be some fish caught. You might catch a bass one time, may catch a redfish one time, but you don't know until you go, is what we always said. The East Point Bridge, you're going to start seeing more sheephead. It's a good time of year catching sheephead off both the bridges. I've mentioned that quite a bit, bridge fishing out of East Point. Backside of St. George Island, I didn't get a report from my cousins who were down there last week. I was in Washington, and they were fishing in St. George, but I didn't get a report from them. But I'm sure they did well, and they'll fish every year in this area back in here. I've showed you before, right through here. And they're just wade fish. And wade fishing will be good now. Wade fishing will be good this weekend. It's going to be a good weekend to fish. A lot of people want to get out. Let's move on down to St. Joe Bay. And this area here, we're talking about, again, good sized speckled trout being caught. I'll be down there next week. I'll get some better reports what's going on, but it's going to be good fishing. Eagle Harbor, Floundering usually this time of year, coming out of Eagle Harbor, flounder fishing and gigging is really good all through here. Each year I have some pretty good luck flounder gigging in there, okay? And again, off the point, let's move on up here to Mexico Beach. You just got the report from Mitch Coleman, moving on into East Bay. And you know, you got a report where that big 19-inch redfish, tagged redfish, was caught in East Bay. And that would have been about a $45,000 truck if they would have been registered. So East Bay should be good fishing. The tournament last weekend, redfish tournament, I know Bill Allen and Greg Brudnicki went, and they decided on Friday afternoon to go at the last minute, and they went, of course, to East Bay, and they went several areas. They'll fish. When I'm with them, we fish this side over here. Sometimes we go towards Sandy Creek. You just bounce around, and once you sight fish for redfish. So it's going to be some good fishing over there in East Bay this weekend, as will be the whole Sandhills Bay system. Okay, at the state park pier fishing will be good, and you'll start seeing some kings caught off the pier. All through here will be some king mackerel caught, and it's coming out of the pass. You're going to start seeing a lot of tarpon fishing going on. Tarpon is going to be excellent. Everybody can go tarpon fishing. Don't forget crabbing. I had crabbing written down here. I had three things written down: crabbing, tarpon fishing, and king. Okay, those are the three things I had written down. Of course, inshore I had. I also remember what Captain Brad said yesterday: fish real early. Real early fishing in the summertime is the way to go. Early fishing. Also, the catfish tournaments of this weekend. We got two catfish tournaments. One in Bristol to benefit a family who lost their 3-year-old son, and then one over in Freeport at Basin Bayou that Trey Nick is putting on. That's going to be a really good tournament. So check both of those. There's a kids tournament on one over there, but the one in Bristol is open to everybody. So we got two nice freshwater catfish tournaments going on. Y'all send us some pictures. We'll put them on the show next week also. I'm going to start wrapping things up. You heard the report yesterday from Choctaw Bay from Captain Brad. Good fishing over that way. All right. Wraps up the week. Thank you all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. Always do something good for your fellow man. You have a great weekend. Enjoy the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.